Hey everybody, how's it going? Bexy here. So welcome to our team talk. So just wanted to show you my awesome Beach Manny nails. Absolutely loved them. So let's get started on our training for this week. So I was able to have the opportunity to go into and be a part of the Elite 300 training group. And to get into that group, you had to bonus qualify in February and then bonus qualify in March. And the earlier that you bonus qualified, the earlier you had access to all the trainings. And oh my gosh, it was such a phenomenal training group. There was training every single day from the top leaders on Team Nailed It. It was so great. So let's kind of hop into just sharing my takeaways from the trainings that went on. So the first one that I wanted to talk about. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I forgot to write down her last name. All I know is that her first name was Jessica. But she talked about how to be our authentic selves. And right now there's like this whole kind of weird stigma about being your authentic self and how being your authentic self isn't exactly authentic. People are kind of, well, it's not really real, it's kind of sad. So basically this training was all about just being true to yourself and, being true to your brand as well. So I put up this background because it's very similar to my branding. Okay. I am a huge fan of the colors. Oh, let me just show you my business cards. And then then you'll be able to see my colors on there. Okay. So this is my business cards. And as you can see, my favorite colors are lavender and beryl green. So it's kind of a mix between sage green and mint, and I don't know, I just love it. It's very similar to the color I'm wearing. If you notice, one thing that I kind of stick to these colors all around. Sorry, I'm just trying to get that back on the lid. Okay, so now I do this for a number of reasons. One, because I'm really partial to these colors, and two, it's because it's part of my branding. That way, I want anytime you guys see one of my posts, oh, Bexy's posted, kind of thing. I mean, this design I have in all of our team branding stuff. So and I also use it a lot in my VIP group as well. That way my customers know when they see these triangle, this kind of graphic with the green and the purple and the white, they're like, oh, that's Fuss Free Nails. That's Bexy. So now, there, yes, you can have your own colors, or you can have a logo, but branding is more than just being colorful or certain colors or a certain tagline or whatever. It's like your brand. And so here's the other reason why I absolutely love this training. It's because I'm, as a photographer, one of the things that I like to do for my clients, or a service that I provide for my clients, is personal branding images. So I go through with them, and we kind of knock out, we have a consultation and we discuss exactly what their mission is, what their branding is, what, if a client of mine has very pastel-y colors and stuff, it doesn't make sense for me to go and do a bold color or even a monotone, or like black and white. Uh, it wouldn't make sense to me. It wouldn't fit their brand. It wouldn't fit who they are, if we did a really flashy photo shoot, right? So you definitely want to kind of keep trending, keep that trend of who you are, and same your aesthetic. Okay. So you kind of want to show that in you and what you stand for. One thing that I always try to do is just make sure that everybody feels included. I really stress out when when I think that somebody else might not feel included. I stress out like big time. Probably because I always feel like I've always, growing up, I was always the one that was not included. So I have a huge passion to make sure that everybody else is included. Okay, so here's one thing that you need to do is you need to identify your brand message. Like, what do you stand for? And what is it about you? Do you, one thing that oh my gosh, I should go get my cup, but I'm not gonna. One thing, I have a cup that says, if it includes cats, crystals, or Color Street, count me in, because those are my things. If it's, because I'm obsessed with Color Street, obviously. I love and adore my cats so much, a little too much. And I really love crystals. Like, I have my selenite here, and I've got my, let me get it. I've got my amethyst tree always nearby me. So I've got my crystals, I've got my cats, and I've got my Color Street. So, those things always are just, that's me, that's who I am. And if it deals with one of those things, I'm in. So, but yeah, so the other thing is, you cannot be everything to everyone. Okay. Sorry, it's late. But so you can't be like a sportsy person. Like, if you are a sportsy person naturally, own it, be it. Okay. But if you are a gamer, okay, I'm kind of weird because I'm kind of both. Like, I love soccer, not any other sport, but I love soccer. I love soccer, but I also love gaming. So I'm like, I know that I can be both, but I try not to be. I try to be very selective about what I'm showing to everybody. And you go through different stages in your life. Like, right now, I'm kind of more of a gamer than an athlete because I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's winter. Not sure. But you cannot be everything to everybody. You cannot be sports mom and geek mom. Okay. And just like when in your family, you can't make everybody happy. It's just like so just definitely just be true to yourself and show your true self. You don't want to be fake. You don't want to be if you're not a fashionista, like, I am not a fashionista at all. But if you're not a fashionista, like, this is my fashion right here. But if you're not a fashionista, don't try to be a fashionista. I mean, if you want to become that, then yeah, go for it. Like, become who you want to be. But if you're truly not, a wine drinking, cussing, I don't know, cowgirl. There we go. No, I'm sorry, I'm not stereotyping at all. I'm just saying, you can't be a cowgirl unless you really are a cowgirl. Okay. Like, if you're a country gal, you're a country gal. You can't live in the city and be a country gal. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, so even if you're a little bit of a hot mess, like me, um, I'm like 30 to 40 minutes late on this team talk. Sorry about that. I'm a bit of a hot mess. Um, so I love Jessica's way of putting it. She said to turn your mess into your message. Okay. So like I said, like I'll totally admit it. I'm a bit of a hot mess. I do not have my ducks in a row. I, I recently learned that I have ADHD, or I kind of knew something was up, but so a lot of that like translates like what is going on with my head. But I like to talk about that. I like to share about it, because it makes me relatable, because and not because I'm trying to be relatable. It's just I'm just trying to be real. And because this is real stuff we're talking about, and there's a lot of other people who are talking about it too, they're going to be like, yeah, me too. Actually, there's actually one of my Facebook friends recently found out that she was ADHD, and so now we can connect and commiserate about, like, oh my gosh. And she's trying different meds that I'm trying, and so it's kind of like, oh, we've now connected on this new level of hot messness. So I mean, that's kind of like, you want to try and connect with your audience. Really, that's all it really is. You're just trying to connect. And sometimes you need to be a little bit open about who you are, and what you're about, in order to connect with others. Because when you connect with your audience, on social media in real life, that's the kicker right there. Who you are in real life, that's who you need to show on social media. Okay. Um, but as you connect with people on that real world stuff, on those real world issues, um, that's when, things are going to start moving in your business as well. Okay. So, two things she says she suggests to ask yourself is, who needs me and how can I serve? There was, okay, so my son actually has had, so he's ADHD as well, and he has um, gone through a lot of different food allergies and things like that. So I was very open about everything that we were going through at that particular time in our lives, about having to deal with, eliminating certain ingredients and foods from his diet, and how this poor 5-year-old can't even have a corn dog. Most pizzas he can't have, and things like this. And but I shared what our family was going through, and when we found like little successes, every time I found a dye free, so he can't have red and yellow artificial dyes, so that's his thing. Okay, so anytime we found a dye free or naturally colored product, I raved about it. I told everybody on social media, and that, not only because I wasn't thinking, oh, if I share this, I'm going to get some sales. No, I was not doing it like that. I was sharing it so that it might could help somebody else, because I know that there's a lot of kids out there with ADHD, and if somebody else, you know, because the ADHD diet helps to, if you eliminate certain foods out of their diet, it can really help, balance the kid out. Same with me. I have to stay away from artificial dyes as well. I have found that in myself, in my ADHD journey, I have found that if I, don't eat red and yellow dyes, kind of I'm a little bit more focused. So I just wanted to share what was working for us, for our family. And if somebody else was having the same, going through the same diets and things like that, and they didn't know about this product, like dye-free candy corn and dye-free candy canes, like it's pretty dang awesome when you find that in the holidays. Okay. So, but I loved to share. And so that was one way that I was finding how I was able to serve others. Okay. Is just sharing about the different foods that I found. Okay. So she goes on to say, you need to be your own hero. Okay. So I don't know if you have seen or heard of the term or the phrase that you need to start romanticizing your life. And it's so true. You need to be the hero of your own life. You need to be the hero in your story, because when you are the hero, that's how you serve the public. Okay. You know, the Falcon. Okay, we're watching the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. The Falcon can fly. He doesn't have any other superhero abilities, but he's got these wings. Okay, so that's a perfect example of how he uses his tool to serve others. Okay, and even though we don't have superpowers, we can still use the tools in our lives to be a hero. Okay. Um, so to be your own hero and to be hero to others as well. um, you will find things in your life if there are medical issues going on in your life. Like for me, I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I will talk about it every now and then. I will talk about how I was able to um, get control of my symptoms. Okay. And things like that, especially because I'm kind of a bit of a crunchy. Obviously, I'm into crystals, I'm into natural healing, all these things. I like to share that natural things so that I mean, sometimes we definitely need prescription medication, but sometimes we don't. And if there's a natural alternative, I'm all for it. And I want to share about it so that somebody else can use that natural form of medicine as well. And so that's, to me, that's like, oh, I'm going to be a hero here. And don't take it like that. I'm going to be a hero. No, we're just like, I'm going to be the hero of my own story. And this is me being a hero for myself, and I'm just sharing it with others. Okay. All right. So one thing that I kind of really liked, she said, feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay. One fear, like anxiety for me, was talking about my infertility. Because of PCOS, I went through a 4-year infertile time in my life, and that was really hard. Like, I still get emotional about it because it was so hard. Okay. um Thankfully, my story ended well, and I have my youngest son who is now 7 years old. But during that time, I didn't talk. I didn't peep one word about it. I was like, nope, no one's going to know about this, because I felt broken and just done. So I did not say anything about it. And it wasn't until I found till I faced that fear and said, people need to know about this, because I'm not the only one, because they need to know that they're not the only ones. And again, see, I don't like other people to feel left out. I don't like for them to feel alone. So I was thinking of them. I was like, I need to talk about this so that they don't feel alone. Kind of a backwards thing, but it did help me. And so about 3 years into it, I actually started talking about my infertility and things like that. Like I said, thankfully I had a happy ending, but there's so many people who don't. And if I can help other people know what helped me and worked for me, and if that could work for them, that is life changing, like literally life changing. And when we're talking about Color Street and how we're able to have cute nails and, have super fun with friends and our customers, customers being our friends and friends being on our team as well, then, that's life changing as well. I mean, then it's like, then you get started talking about the money aspect of it and being able to get paid. There's residual income, there's the sales income. It's so great. And like, it is life changing. There are so many stylists that I just love hearing their stories, because this business has truly changed their lives. And it just excites me so much. So yeah, so feel the fear, even though it's scary to talk about some of the issues that you may be going through. Feel the fear and do it anyway. um, Oh, and I also love this. I wrote this down. Your comfort zone is a muscle. And sometimes we got to work that muscle to make it bigger, right? So, um, and then, but it's like, I loved this thing, but did you die? I don't know if you guys have heard that. Like, my kids say this a lot. Yeah, but did you die? It's kind of fun to you're going to face your fear, and you're going to go outside of your comfort zone, and then you can ask yourself, did I die? No, of course not. You're just sharing your story. You're not putting yourself and your life in danger. All right, so she also gave the suggestion as picturing your Color Street business as a brick and mortar company, or brick and mortar business. So, a lot of times we think, because it's online, and because you can do it from your phone, it's just so easy. And there, we talk about how there's no minimum, and we talk about how you can do this just for fun, and yes, those things are all true. It Except for the easy part. Like, it's you guys know it's not easy by any means. You have to put in work, right? And I mean, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? But not everybody's doing it. um, so, and yes, there is no monthly minimum, but there is a minimum every 6 months that they do need to work towards. And you can do this just for fun. Yes, you can. Are you going to grow, and are you going to, build that comfort muscle? And are you going to really rank up and things like that? Probably not, if you're just doing it for fun. Yes, you can do this for fun. It's you can just do this casually. Every time I lift my arm, something I'm not used to background, sorry. Anyways, squirrel. Let's see. So she also said, one of the things she said, don't focus all your time and energy on one potential recruit. So, as far as like recruiting and stuff, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Am I right? So don't focus all your energy into just that one recruit, into that one maybe, like maybe, and just like, oh, you keep, you get so transfixed on it that it actually, and then when it doesn't happen, you get really down. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I do that. Okay, so always have a list of potentials. Always be sharing it, the about the nails, about the business opportunity. Like I said, so many stylists have completely changed their lives. A 180, because of Color Street. And why not you? Why not me? Why not you? Okay, that's what I always tell myself. Like, when I'm like, well, yeah, but her, they're doing it, and she's doing it, and I'm not doing it. I'm like, wait, stop. be nice, be nice. I'm like, stop. Turn it around. And why not me? Why not you? It can definitely happen. I know it can. So always be sharing about the nails, always be sharing about the business opportunities, always have a list of potentials. Okay, so I have a list here of, okay, so share the dream and the potential of the opportunity, but be real about it, you know? So is it hard work? Heck yes, it is. Are you doing it? Heck yes, you are. Like, you're doing it. This is awesome. And also, you know, as far as like when you're sharing about it, make it realistic. Like, yeah, I put in, because I'm a team leader, or because I have a team, I put in more hours than I do than when I was a stylist. But when I was a stylist, I was probably putting in an average of 20 hours a week, just to make sure to grow my business and things like that. So I always lead with that. I'm like, do you have, I mean, even if you have an hour a day, so that's 7 hours a week. If you just have an hour a day to spend on your business, that is huge. I tell you, that is huge. I was spending, like I said, 20 hours a week because I had the time. My kids, my youngest was in kindergarten, and now he's not. Sorry, it's like, what time is it? Too late. So yeah, now he's not, he's in COVID homeschooling, and that's a blast. Anyways, so, but something, you know, that is life-changing is, and that has nothing to do with anything else, but just believing in yourself and believing and being true to who you are, and not trying to be someone who you're not. That is life-changing. I highly recommend, as I've always said, to do at least 10 minutes of personal development every single day. Because I mean, personal development is, you know, like, you can go onto YouTube and find amazing personal development videos on there, talking about manifesting, talking about affirmations. You can do meditations on there as well. There's so many books. Audible is my jam. Right now, I am reading Believe. Let me see. Let me get her name right because it is amazing. It's Believe It by Jamie Lima. There we go. That's kind of hard to see. It is not wanting to, that's kind of what it looks like. It's got a blue background. I don't know why it's not showing up. But anyways, Believe It by Jamie Lima. I'm loving it. I'm on chapter 4. Yeah. Oh, no, dude. I'm on chapter 7. You can't see that. I'm on chapter 7 already. I love Audible. I'm a slow reader. Y'all, squirrel. Okay. Doesn't, me and physical books don't get along. Anyways, so highly suggest always doing personal development, taking 10 minutes out of your day and reading or watching a personal development something. Okay, it's awesome. It will open up your mind and help you to love yourself even more. I'm a weirdo and I own it. I'm good with that. Okay, so also, I'm wondering if no, this is still her, Jessica's training. She ends with being selective with your time. Again, if you have 20 hours to spend on your business, great, that's awesome. If you only have 7 hours, great, that's totally fine. But like I said, or like she said, be selective with your time. Make sure that when you are sitting down to work, you are getting the most productive income producing activities. That's what you're doing. That's what you're focusing on. I mean, y'all, I'm ADHD, and if I can do it, you can do it. You can do it. Um, so, so yeah, in our group, I have the Power 30 and the Power Hour checklists. Okay, so it's all itemized there for you. It's so great to just be able to be like, what am I supposed to do? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Oh, here's a checklist. It's on our group page. So it's on the announcements in the Facebook group page. So if you are looking for that, it's also in the Power Hour. I think it's called the Daily Fours, the first Daily Fours now or something. I'm not really too sure. Kelly keeps changing it. But basically what it is, you work on your parties, you work on your posts, you post in your on your personal page, you post in your VIP group, and you post in your opportunity group, your sneak peek or your Q&A group. And then you do personal messages. So you personal message like anyone having a birthday. That's kind of easy, kind of chill, low key, pretty easy. So yeah, birthday messages or just checking in with a friend. Like seriously, especially with COVID, right now, like everybody needs to be checking in on everyone. Like check in with your extroverted friends. I promise you, they're needing you. I'm like, I'm an extroverted friend that needs people. Okay. Personal message. Either if you are a team leader, personal message one of your stylists in your downline. See if they need anything. Okay. If not, then use that personal message time to be personally messaging people who are interested in the business opportunity or customers. And then personal development, 10 minutes, that's it, 10 minutes a day, right? And then one of the best thing is persevere with patience. That's like my little tagline on my daily checklist. I actually printed out big on my wall. That's why I keep looking over here, because it's on my wall. It's big daily checklist. Just so I know that, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? And I look over at my wall that's right in front of me, and I'm like, right, that's what I need to be doing. You can put it in a planner. You can put it in your phone. Anyway, on your calendar, have alarms, anything, whatever's going to help you. You know what's going to help you. If you need Post-it notes all around your house, do it. Put on Post-it notes. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of this, definitely reach out to me. I'm here to help always. So, but yeah, just try to be real, because that's how you're going to connect with everybody, and that's how you're going to grow your business, whether you are looking to build a team or just to sell the nails. But that will help you to connect with people and network. So I hope you guys have a fabulous evening. I'm going to bed. And if you have signed up, I hope you guys have all taken advantage. Today was registering for the 2021 conference. Pretty excited. Whether you are doing it virtually or in person, it's gonna be amazing. So if you haven't gone and registered for that, please do so right now. Even if it's just for the virtual experience, you're still going to be able to get all of the training. It is wonderful. It is so exciting and igniting. So I'm pretty excited, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.